We're about to experience the happiest place on earth for the first time. Can you guess where we are?
Fly away with me. We can go where no one finds us. It's all behind us. We're flying free. Don't you worry, we're in no hurry. We've got time to burn away. Don't let that city drive you crazy. We'll take off and fly away.
We've traveled all the way from Indiana to California for this adventure. You probably already guessed where we're at. Disneyland!
This is our first trip to Disneyland. We're so excited to be here, to get inside, walk the streets where Walt Disney himself walked, ride some rides, eat some snacks, and we're bringing you along with us. Let's go!
So if you've been to Disney World in Florida, entering Disneyland will probably feel pretty familiar to you. You'll still have the same train station that you see down in Florida when you arrive here in Disneyland. And they'll usually have a PhotoPass photographer out there taking professional photos, or you can just do a selfie like we did. And you'll go under that train station and enter into beautiful Main Street. Something to know before going to Disneyland or Disney World for that matter is currently they are still doing park reservations. So that is in addition to your ticket purchase, you have to also download the app, link your tickets, and then make the reservations for the park on the day that you want to visit. This is something that they recently announced will be going away in January of next year. But in case you're going in 2023, just make sure that you have that park reservation booked so you don't get to the gate and get turned away. So we're officially walking into the town square area of Main Street here. Our plan is to take a Main Street vehicle up to the castle because that's something we've never done before. We thought it'd be a lot of fun. So it looks like they have an old time car here. I see a horse-drawn streetcar over there. That looks like a lot of fun. I also read there's maybe a fire engine as well, although I don't see it here at the moment. So we'll be back as soon as we can figure out how these work and decide which one we want to take.
Here comes our ride. We're going to be taking one of the Main Street vehicles. So excited. I've never done this before. No. Does the horse have a name?
Her name's Val.
Val?
Yes.
Nice.
She's my favorite.
How long have you worked here?
I've worked here for 6.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes, only in this department.
Okay, that's fun.
So as we start our ride up to the castle, let's talk a little bit about this land. So here in the town square area, you'll find the Disneyland Railroad, which was an opening day attraction. You'll also find the fire station, which has an apartment above it where Walt and his family would stay when they were in the park. And it's said that when he was home, he would turn a lamp on in the window, and then since he's passed, the lamp remains on to let guests know that Walt's spirit lives on at Disneyland. It's also the home of City Hall, which is your main guest relations office here at the park. This is a great place to start the day because you can ask for a free celebration button. So whether it's your birthday, your anniversary, your first visit, or any other celebration, you can pop in and get a free button that you can wear as you're in the parks. And the cast members do have Sharpies, so they can write your name or anything else that you want to show up on your button. So as we continue down Main Street, you'll note that this is the first themed land here in Disneyland. There are 8 total lands in the park. This land has an early 1900s feel to it because it was inspired by Walt's hometown of Marceline, Missouri. This is also where you're going to find lots of shopping, including places like the Emporium, the Main Street Magic Shop, Disney Showcase, the Penny Arcade, and lots of other shops, which are great places to pick up mouse ears, pens and autographed books, clothing, toys, mugs, and lots more. You name it, they probably have it here on Main Street. And if you're looking for a snack, you'll find places like Candy Palace and Candy Kitchen, which has a lot of delicious treats and other seasonal goodies. You'll also find the Gibson Girl Ice Cream Parlor, where you can get ice cream cones, floats, sundaes. And also at the end of Main Street, on the left-hand side, is the Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe, where you can grab some coffee, tea, and other drinks to start your morning. They also have a good selection of baked goods and sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, if you aren't familiar with the history of Disneyland, it opened on July 17th, 1955. As the story goes, Walt was visiting Griffith Park in Los Angeles with his daughters, and while watching them enjoy a ride on the merry-go-round, he thought to himself, wouldn't it be great if there was a place where adults and children could go and have fun together? So he gathered his creative team and they went to work. Of course, there's more to it than that, but if you want to hear more, I highly recommend watching the Imagineering story on Disney+. It is very interesting and provides a lot of background and stories from those who helped build and design Disneyland. So it looks like we're coming to the end of Main Street here. We're entering the hub area, which is kind of the center point to all the lands. This is where you'll find Sleeping Beauty's castle and is a great spot to watch parades, fireworks, and take lots of photos like these. Also, if you purchase Genie Plus for the day here at Disneyland, it does come with PhotoPass. So anywhere that you see a park PhotoPass photographer, you can stop and get your photo taken, and they're included. They just go right to your Disneyland app, and you can download them for free.
We're going. Wait, let me pull the app up. Big Thunder.
So we found this fun little photo spot over here on the right side of the castle. There's not a lot of people that come over here, and they have the wishing well that you can take your picture with, like this.
So fun fact about these statues behind me, the artist that made these actually made Snow White the same height as the 7 dwarves. So when they brought him here, obviously that's a big deal because Snow White's supposed to be bigger than the dwarves. So they put her at the top, and Disney used forced perspective. So if you looked up, it makes her look like she's bigger than the dwarves.
We thought we'd start our adventures with Joyce and Matt today at Adventureland.
Adventureland here is very reminiscent of Disney World. You have favorites like the Jungle Cruise, the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Ooh, Tiki Room.
It's also where you can get some infamous snacks like the Dole Whip.
Gotta love how, as we're walking, you can hear the land, the music come out. So we got some tiki drums going on there. It's pretty cool. These are pretty cool. I think they look really good in our living room.
So it's 9:30. The park has been open for an hour and a half, and Jungle Cruise is only 15 minutes. That is unheard of at Disney World. It would be at least an hour by now. So we're excited to check it out. So we rode the Pirates of the Caribbean here, and it was so much fun. So much better than the Disney World version, in my opinion. It was a lot longer. It had some different scenes, and everything was so close. Like you could reach out and touch it almost. It was so close. We didn't have a lightning lane, but it was a 15-minute standby queue. I think we walked through it real fast, maybe 10 minutes, something like that. So considering the day had already been going for a couple of hours and we got a 10-minute wait right on Pirates, no lightning lane, I consider that a win. So it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so we're getting ready to ride the Indiana Jones Adventure ride here at Disneyland. This ride is more of a fast-paced thrill ride, so there is a 46-inch height requirement, and it could be a little loud and scary for some guests, so keep that in mind if you have small children that are going to be riding, that there is some potential for them to maybe be a little scared. So the ride vehicle for this ride is very similar to Dinosaur down at Disney's Animal Kingdom, so if you've ever ridden that, it's going to be the same setup.
So we just got off the Indiana Jones ride. We had lightning lanes for this one. It took about 10 minutes to get in, so that was pretty cool. Enjoyed that. The ride itself is a coaster. It kind of goes through some tunnels and caves as if you're doing a little adventure. What I really enjoyed about this one is it did some high speed, it did some jerks, some movements like that, but overall still really smooth, which I was a little worried about at first. Also, what I was a little concerned about is a lot of it's in the dark, and for me, if I don't have a good line of vision on these types of rides, I can easily get motion sick. Did not get motion sick on this one. It was overall really great experience. Loved the effects. It was just a really good fun ride. I'd definitely do it again.
Okay, we went to the Royal Street Veranda and got the world famous beignets. We've never had beignets before, so this will be the first time. Want to show us how it's done, Matt?
Yep. So I'm told you have to shake them up. That's it. Oh my goodness.
See what they look like.
Look at that. You see inside?
Oh, yummy.
Yeah.
That's going to be a mess.
Big old bag of donuts. Oh, they're light and fluffy. I can feel that already. Sorry, Mickey.
Gotta eat the ear. Oh my gosh. Powdered sugar everywhere.
It looks pretty good.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Yeah.
That's good.
Good stuff.
That's really good. Definitely worth the calories and the sugar spike that this is going to cost.
Yeah.
So good though. All this powdered sugar on the ground just from those 2 beignets that we ate. That's crazy. Ready to ride Big Thunder Railroad?
Do it.
Wildest ride in the wilderness.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
It's a trap!
Fun.
Oh crap, pull up!
Welcome, guys. Come on down. Hello.
Thanks.
Need 2 more. Those mas.
Eric, we have to move him, General Calrissian. Our craft can't support that kind of magnitude. It's a trap.
Look.
Oh crap, pull up! The shield is still open.
So fun. We're going to ride some canoes. Don't have that at Disney World. Good job, Disneyland.
Now, friends, we're going to wait for this big white boat to pass us a little bit of ways.
Hi, I'm on a canoe.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, guys, but I haven't told you what to do yet. Let's relax. All right, 1 second, everybody. Let me ask you real fast. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Yeah. All right.
So we're awake.
I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking. Yeah, paddles up, Elise. Everybody, paddles up. All right, everyone. Let me show you where your hands go. First things first. Fin faces outside, not your partner's face. Inside hand at the top, outside hand right above the fin. On the
So it's 3:50 right now. Here's the reality. I'm exhausted. Jet lag has caught up with me. I would love to lay down and take a nap right now. But we're still having fun. Disney World is great. It's not Disney World. Disneyland. I need a nap. Okay, so here we have Space Coffee. This is a cold brew with a sweet cream cheese foam. And today it has chunks of Oreo on there. It normally comes with Cocoa Puffs. It's probably super, super sweet, but we thought we'd give it a try and see what it's like. Okay. We just got off Hyperspace Mountain. That was crazy.
That's pretty fun.
First off, that John Williams score dropped, and I literally got goosebumps on my arms. Like, it was so cool. You blast off through hyperspace. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was really cool. I like the effects on it. They had a lot of motion overlay. TIE fighters. The visuals were really cool. Much better than from what I remember.
They were fine. They had the Death Star in there. You saw like the Imperial Destroyer get blown up.
Yeah, their TIE fighters were shooting at you.
So cool.
Yeah, the score throughout the entire thing and the special effects were pretty cool. The only negative for me was the way the lap bar was. It was hitting me at the lower part of my rib cage. And I got myself a couple of times. Might be a little bit of a bruise there tomorrow, but yeah, it was fun though.
Super fun. So glad we got to do that.
Watch your children and do try to drive more carefully than told. Bienvenido a counterpart. Para su seguridad, por favor, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos counterpart to ensure a safe and glorious drive in your
Hey, we're back. Oh boy. Oh, we're going on a crazy ride.
Wild rides.
It seems wild to me. Ooh! Oh, stop! We're in London. Oh.
Go ahead.
Hey, beer! There is beer.
There is beer at Disney. We're going to the law court.
That is all.
Guilty.
We're guilty? We're guilty of what? No! Oh no! Oh, ooh, it's hot in here.
Wow, you have to give a look.
Oh no! Hey, we made it out. I'm having this drink called a fuzzy tauntaun. Matt had some too. It makes your lips tingle. They're buzzing.
Yep.
It's fun.
Yes, very tingly, tingly tongue, tingly lips. Yep. So I'm having the jet juice, and it came in what appeared to be a very disappointing sized glass. However, it is straight liquor and quite tasty. Not bad.
So So after we finished our drinks at Oga's, we went back to Fantasyland to ride a few more rides that exist here at Disneyland but not at Disney World, or at least not anymore. The first was Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is a family dark ride through the story of Snow White. And this ride did actually exist in Disney World in the past, but it was closed to make way for the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which we really love. So Snow White actually was an opening day attraction here at Disneyland, but at the time it was called Snow White and Her Adventures. And in that rendition, the riders were meant to be Snow White as you traveled through her adventures. But that kind of left guests confused because they were wondering why Snow White didn't appear in the ride. So in 1983, it got an overhaul and then it was reimagined to be Snow White's Scary Adventures. But apparently that was a little too scary for some, and it ultimately closed to be imagined once again to Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is the ride that it is today. If you've never heard of the concept of a dark ride before, it's not just a ride in the dark, it's really a way that Disney uses controlled lighting and theater effects to create a narrative as the ride moves through multiple scenes. So a key component is that the narrative is critical to the ride experience. So a ride like Space Mountain, for example, isn't considered a dark ride because that ride is in the dark, but the darkness factor doesn't support a story narrative as you ride. So hopefully that makes sense. And another ride that's unique to Disneyland is Pinocchio's Daring Journey. This one is another dark ride with no height requirement. Actually, most of the rides here in the Fantasyland area are family friendly, so most of them do not have height requirements. So this attraction opened in 1983 as part of Disneyland's new Fantasyland expansion. And in this ride, you board a wooden cart, which are carved with the faces of Figaro, Cleo, and Jiminy Cricket, and you take a ride through the Stromboli Puppet Theater. Of course, shenanigans will ensue, much to the dismay of Jiminy Cricket, and hopefully we can all find our way back to Geppetto in time to become a real boy. So here's a little trivia question for you. Do you know what song from Pinocchio won an Academy Award for the Best Original Song in 1940? Here's a little hint. It's sort of the unofficial theme song for the Walt Disney Company. Leave us a comment below and let us know what you think it is. We'll let you know if you're right.
Come on, everybody, here we go!
So by the end of the day, Peter Pan's flight had dropped down to a 15-minute wait, so we hopped in line to fly to Neverland and visit Peter, Wendy, and Tink. This is a fan favorite ride that usually has pretty long wait times at both Disneyland and Disney World. Here at Disneyland, it was an opening day attraction, and this is a rail suspended dark ride, and that means the track is above you, so it really does give you the feeling that you're flying above the scenes. This ride is cute. I'm glad that it was only 15 minutes, so we got to ride it, but I personally wouldn't want to wait more than 15 or 20 minutes for this ride. And for our last ride of the night, we hopped onto King Arthur's Carousel, because what better way is there to end your first trip to Disneyland than on the carousel? It was the carousel that inspired Walt to dream big and build Disneyland after all. So it was the perfect ending to a perfect day. So that's it for this video. Guys, I'll be honest, doing a full day at Disneyland after flying in late the night before, having a 3-hour time difference, and only getting 5 hours of sleep was a lot. So if there's any takeaway from this video, it's to build yourself in a rest day, or at least a morning, after you fly in before hitting the parks. We were so tired as we left the park that we totally forgot to film an ending to this video. But hopefully you still enjoy this beautiful view of Sleeping Beauty's castle that we had on the way out. So we hope you enjoyed watching and you learned some fun facts about Disneyland. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any other adventures. Thanks for following along. We'll see you real soon.